Okay, thank you so much for holding. So I think it's the time. Let's get started for now. And again, one more time, I believe everyone can hear me, everyone can see my screen presentation. So again, my name is Irene, and I would like to thank each of you for joining this call. And today's topic is about again, this is a bookkeeping and how to read and understand your financial statements. Why I chose this topic is because a few weeks ago, I hosted an event called with the topic what the bookkeeping is and why it matters. And that's why I decided if I chose this topic is because let's say you finish to do your own bookkeeping or your bookkeeper or your accountant present your financial statement. Now it's your responsibility to read and understand this data. Now, if you are not able to, so this is the right topic for you. Thank you so much. So basically who I am. So my name is Irene, just quick sample. And I have a master's degree in accounting since 2005 and have too much year experience in accounting. I have worked with some of the company in the past. After my graduation in Atlanta Technical College in 2013. And about 3 years ago, I decided to start my own business because I have this passion to help entrepreneurs and small business owners to understand their finances. And my mission is very simple. It's just to help them stay financially organized and save time and grow with clarity and confidence. Because again, I believe everyone deserves that. So before I start my business, I have been certified as Advanced QuickBook Online because this is the platform I'm currently using for my business, and I also have a certification in payroll as well. So what does that mean? In True platform, does not only have a QuickBook Online for the bookkeeping, they also have another platform called QuickBook Payroll to do the payroll for businesses. And I do have this certification as well. So in today's topic, how to read and understand your financial statements. Because I just said earlier, you have run your business, or you have done with your bookkeeping, and then you or your accountant present your financial statements. But if you are not able to read or understand that, there is a problem. So that is the topic. That is the topic of today. And today's agenda, we are going to talk about. I'm so sorry. Before that, please hold all the question. Okay, at the end of the presentation, so we can start with the question and answer. Thank you. So in today's agenda, we are going first to talk about what is financial statements and why they matter. And then we are going to talk about the three core financial statements. Yes, because if I say the three core financial statement is not only that's the three, that is not the only three financial statement you can only run with your business. Beside that, we do have a several report that you can generate in order to understand your data. But today we are going to only focus on the three financial statements and not how to read each report and understand that. And we are going also to talk about the key metric and the red flag that can start opening your mind and your eyes today and to avoid them. And what your number are telling you, for example, in your business. And then I'll be happy to share my pricing and service structure. And then we're going to go into the Q&A. Thank you. So what the financial statement matter, why they matter. So first thing, let me give you a brief definition. So the financial statement is just a set of the report that can show you how your business is performing financially and all your business activity, for example, relate to your business. So with this financial statement, it will help you to make informed decision. Again, based on this financial statement, let's say, for example, you're able to read and understand that, you can make a better business decision. and it will help you to track your growth, your profitability, and your cash flow. The financial statement is very essential for funding, taxes, and strategy planning. What does that mean? Before you go to any financial institution or a bank and apply for a loan, for example, let me remind you, the first thing they are going to ask you, can you present out your financial statement? Why? Because they are going to, they want to make sure that if they give you this loan, you should be able to pay back. Let's say, for example, you have a bad data. What does that mean? Maybe you don't have a good data in your statement, for example, P&L. We're going to come to each of these reports. They are not going to approve your application because they're trying to help you, because they don't want to make you in the problem, because they can give you the money. Let's say you're asking for 25K or 50K, but you are not able to pay back simply because you do not have a good data in your financial statement. So having a good data means you have your bookkeeping clean up. That's number one. And then after that, you are able to read and understand your cash, your financial state before you can make this decision. If you are ready to get this fund, you might know before you go to apply. So same thing for the taxes that many people don't know. Financial statement will help you with the good. First, let's start with a good bookkeeping cleanup. During the tax season, you can save many money. That many people don't know. So it will help you during this tax season to save time, to save money, and you can also make a strategy planning to grow your business. So all of these things are based on your financial statement. And then financial statement will show you exactly what is going or what is working and what is not working well in your business. You should be able to see all of these things. So again, like I said, we are going only to focus on the district core financial statement. So for example, we have a profit and loss statement. Some people call that as income statement. So again, it's the same thing. If someone say profit and loss statement, so it's the same as income statement. And now the second one is the balance sheet. And now the third one is cash flow statement. Some people also call cash flow statement as statement of cash flow. So again, it's the same thing. Now, again, it's your responsibility that after you have access to these three statements, you should be able to read that and then understand before you make any decision with your business. Let's get started with profit and loss or income statement, P&L. Some also just say P&L, yes. So what does that mean, income statement or P&L? It will provide you this snapshot of your business financial performance during a specific time. So I know is too much information, but just return this. Return that it will show you income versus expenses over a period of time. And the key section, for example, we have a revenue, we have cost of goods sold, and expenses, and then net profit. That's the key section you just need to return. And why it's matters, because it will review you, it will tell you exactly your business profitability. For example, if you are making money or not. So that's why I just take an example of this business company, for example, to show you how the profit and loss statement will look like. And as you can see, I highlight the key section, like the total of the income and expenses. My apologies, because I see just I didn't highlight the right total of the expenses. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because and then I also highlight the net income. So the net income is the total of revenue. The total income minus the total of expenses. So if you do total income minus total expenses, you should have your net income. Please note that, don't get confused when someone says net income. If someone says net income, so the net income does not automatically mean net profit. It's two different words. So the net income can be net profit or net or net loss? Okay, thank you. So that's why just in general, you can say net income. But if someone tell you, for example, net profit, so the person may make profit, but net loss, there's no profit, so it's a loss. Now, how to get this result? Is a total income minus total expenses, which means before you make before you make a profit, your total income should be higher than the total of your expenses. But in case you get the total expenses more than the total of the income or revenue, again, income is a revenue, there is a problem. So you're now making money. You didn't make a profit, but you make a loss. So that's the equation. Again, is the total revenue or total income minus total expenses will give you net income or net profit or net loss. For example, in this case, this net income is showing you a negative amount. So which means this business has made a loss, not a profit. That's why I say, if I say I didn't highlight the right total of expenses, because if you see the arrow where it say all the expenses, there's more data we're supposed to include in this 2,667.01. If not, I just want to remind you, so if you do this 4,372 and then minus this amount 2,067, again, minus 2,000, because again, all the expenses need to be added into these expenses. Again, I just saw this quick mistake I made because I didn't highlight the right number. But just know that it's the total income minus total expenses to get the right net income. It can be loss or it can be a profit. If it's negative, it's a loss. If it's positive, it's profit. Now, let's say you get this number. How can you read in this P&L statement, profit and loss statement? Number one, remember the income statement or P&L statement is one of the key financial statements that show your business revenue and expenses during a time. So first, you need to look at the revenue. What is the revenue? The revenue is the amount, the sales, sales of the service you make a sales use, or your customer have pay you something like that, or you receive money from customer. These are your revenue, for example. So you need to take a look at the expenses. For example, your rent, salary payment, rent payment, utility, gas. You take a look at your expenses, you are able to see that in the detail of the P&L statement. And now, like I say, when you do total revenue minus total expenses, you will get a negative amount or positive amount. If it's a positive, it's called profit. If it's profit, which means that your business generates a profit. So this indicates that your business revenue exceeds the expenses and costs. So there is a profitability. But on the other hand, if there is a loss, like did not make a positive amount at the end, so which means your business is doing poorly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's quick, easy. And let's talk now about the balance sheet, which is the second one. The balance sheet is the financial statement that can show you your business assets, liability, and equity. Again, just the key words here, for example, assets, liability, equity. In my first section, I had a time to explain a little bit what is done, what are the assets, because again, in accounting, we speak language and everything has his name. So for those who know a little bit about it, bookkeeping or accounting, so again, when it's come to the balance sheet, know that it's only three key. We have assets, liability, and equity. And so the balance sheet is the snapshot of your business financial position. because it will tell you your business financial position. Why it's matter? Because it shows your financial health. Why? Again, it's like me and you, let's thank God because we are in the good health. That's why we all are in the call today, right? Let's say one of us is sick. Can you join this call? No. It's the same thing for the business. So if you want to know if your business is in a good health, this is the right report, the right statement to generate balance sheets. Now, the total assets equal total liability and total equity. That's the equation. If you see this an example, the total assets, we have 23,436.29. And the total liability, so liability are, for example, I can give you some of the example, okay? Before I can clarify this equation, asset, I can give you an example of the cash, your bank account. These are an example of assets. Account receivable, what you still have, your invoice with your customer. These are part of maybe you buy a truck for your business, fixed assets. These are part for example, of the assets. Now, liability is an example I can give you, loan, credit card. So yeah, basically that mean the liability. And then equity is what you have. We can start with the capital. Let's say you start with the business with the capital, you invest in your business. Sometimes we just start a business and we do not have enough money, and we pick the money from our personal account and put in the business account. So what does that mean? You're trying to invest in your business. So it's called owner investment. So owner investments, for example, is part of the equity because this is for what you have as liquidity. So now what the equation say, the total assets equal total liability plus total equity. In this example, if we take 23,436.29, we should have 31, which is a liability, 31,097.33, plus the total equity, which is negative. So if you do 31 minus 7,600, you see, for example, at the end, you see total of liability, total for liability and equity, we got the same number, but I didn't highlight this, 23,436.29. Same thing for asset. In case you do not have this same number, so your balance sheet is wrong. It's always equal. Total assets equal total liability and total equity. So now how to read this balance sheet to understand? Again, that's the tricky we are going to focus on. We have asset, liability, and equity. I just gave you some of the example of the assets. For example, assets, what does that mean? That's why the one I highlight in yellow. Asset is what you own. Your truck, for example, for the business, your cash account, your bank account, it provides a value to your business. And when it's come to the liability, I just give you some of the example, is what you own is a different from assets. For example, paying your credit card back or your loan account. So the liability represents a business debt, the debt you have toward your vendor. So when a business person has a high amount of liability, so this indicates that the financial difficulty, this shows that you are going to have a difficulty to pay back. We understand that. So you always have to review. You have to always review that part in order to keep growing your business. Make sure you don't have a high number of the liability. I'll come back to that later. So basically, this is liability. It's what you owe. And then the equity, I just gave you an example of the capital, your investment. Again, is a significant source of your funds that support a business operation. I just give an example. You pick money from your business, from your personal account, and you put that in the business account. Yes, you're trying to invest. You're trying to support your business operation. You can use this money and growing your business. So again, this is ownership, an example. And this cash flows, okay, now let's talk about the cash flow statements, which is the third core of the financial statement. The cash flow statement or statement of cash flow, same thing. As the name say, is all about cash, nothing else, not anything else. Again, only focus on the cash, which means cash in and cash out. Cash that come to your business and cash that go out of your business. So we have a three key also is a track. Again, you can track this movement of the cash in and cash out. So the three sections here, we have operation, investing, and financial activity. That's the one I just highlight in the example. And again, the cash flow will tell you how much you actually have, not something you're gonna have in the future. No, how much you have right now presented in your business. This is the right statement to generate cash flow statement. It will tell you how much, if your business has enough cash to cover its expenses, pay debt, and invest in growth. This, for example, if you would like to, let's say, for example, you would like to pay down your loan, and this is the right statement to generate before you can make any decision. Let's say you have a loan of 50K. Now, if you like to pay 5K now or 10K, how do you know? How can you know if you can make 5K or 10K? This is the right statement. That it will tell you exactly how much you have before you can make this decision. Then also this cash will tell you if you still have available cash to cover some of the expenses. Maybe you are growing and this is the first time maybe you would like to buy a car for the business. So check this statement to see if you still have enough cash to pay for this car, for the business. It will help you also to invest in growth. You have many other examples. So this is the right statement to generate as cash flow. And now how you can analyze or read this cash flow statement.
Running a small or medium business is no easy task, and managing your finances shouldn't hold you back. At Irene Consulting Firm, we help small and medium businesses save time and grow profits. With expert bookkeeping, payroll, and financial analysis services, we simplify your finances so you can focus on success. Operating across all 50 states, we're your trusted partner for smarter financial management. Ready to grow your business? Contact us today at 404-399-6099 or visit www.ireneconsultingfirm.com.
When you're trying to analyze or examine, for example, the statement of cash flow, you should always look at your cash in movement for the business, cash in and cash out. So we have a three section I just showed you earlier. So okay, let me again remind you the cash in and cash flow or cash outflow. So what does that mean, cash in? Hold on one second. So the cash inflow, these are the activities that bring income to the business. I just give you an example. You have cash sales. You make sales to client. You receive money for invoice from your customer, from account receivable, or you have a capital, something from capital infusion from the business owner. So these are part of the cash in, because that cash came to the business in addition to the business. So it's an addition. Now the cash outflow, again, like I said, these are the activities that send cash away from your business. For example, you're trying to make a vendor payment from your account payable, a loan, paying your taxes. Owner draw is like you just draw the money from your account, business account, for your personal use. Yeah, for example, you just start and then maybe you're trying to make money and then you just throw the money and for your personal use. This is called owner draw. So because the money came out, so this is cash outflow. So if you're able to make the distinction between this cash inflow and outflow, so the other key in the cash to better analyze, for example, the cash flow statement, we have operating activity. So like I just showed you, so the operating activity, for example, we have, these are the statements that include all cash inflow and outflow, but relates to your business operation, not any cash in and any cash out. So we're trying to separate each part. So when it's come to operation of the business, so it's called operating activity. Now, if the cash in and cash out came from, for example, you purchase a fixed asset, for example, car, or you're trying to invest in another business, for example, is called investing activity. This is not operation. So you say it's not operations. This is investing operation, investing activity. Now we also have the third activity, which is finance activity. Is a part of this cash flow that include owner draw. I just give you an example. You draw the money, or you have a pay-in capital. So this all only relate to active finance activity. And then as a result, I would say the total is net cash. So this net cash can be increased or decreased. Again, it's like a profit and loss statement. So it depends on the data you have. Because again, from this statement of the cash flow, your total net cash difference between is between the beginning and the ending of the period. So from operating, investing, and financing section. Also, at the end, I just added this that, again, remember this equation. Always the balance sheet plus income statement equal statement of cash flow. If you do not have this equation, so something is wrong. You need to check each of the report where the issue is. As always, balance sheet plus income statement equal statement of cash flow. Hence, let's talk now about that's what we done. We just done with the tweaker of the financial statement. Let's talk about the key financial metric to monitor. Sometimes it's not stop there. Now you're trying to read, you're trying to understand. For some people, they can go over and calculate some of the ratio in order to better understand each part of the business. We will not go into the detail today, but I just want to review this and list just a few of this ratio. We have, for example, cash on hand. It depends on what you're looking for. Account receivable turnover. There are specific formula. That's like I say, I didn't add that into this presentation. For example, if you're looking for gross profit margin or net profit margin or current ratio, this ratio will help you to better, understand each part of the business. And some of the common red flags in financial statements. Okay, if you see your business, your revenue keep decline, or your profit, you keep making loss. An example, there is a red flag. Something is not going on. You need to correct that, because this is not going to open your door to get a fund, as an example. So you're trying to make revenue, but it's decline. Or at the end of the remember, please don't confuse revenue and profit. Remember, revenue minus expense will give you profit or loss. Okay, so if you're trying to make a loss every time, let's say in the past 3 months, you make a loss of 500. The second month, the next month, you make a loss again, and the third month, make a loss again, there is a problem. So that is the red flag. And the second one is increasing liability. Please. It's like you just start a business and make sure don't this is my own advice. Don't start applying or getting too much credit card or loan, because you just started, you are not making money. Before you make this decision, make sure you are increasing your revenue, which means you are able, if my loan application is approved today, remember, at the end of the month, you are going to start making money. So, but if you don't have a good revenue, there is a problem. So don't keep, increasing liability like credit card, applying you just start with the 3 credit card. Oh my God, no. And loan, too much loan, no. You can just start with one credit card, because you steal money. One, and then if you see you are increasing in revenue, you can now, again, always check back with your cash flow statement, which will tell you how much you have. If you will be able to start making this payment before you can apply. And always remember, they are going to ask you this statement before they can make this decision. Sometimes why our application is rejected, sometimes we don't know, but that's one of the key I'm trying to reveal you. So, and also another red flag, we have a negative cash flow. Same thing, trying to avoid that. I just showed you earlier, cash flow, net cash increase or decrease. Make sure it's going to increase each time. So, and also another red flag, poor collection. You have many invoices you have sent to your customer client, but you are not getting your payment back. Are you able to manage your account receivable? Are you keep sending me the payment reminder, something like that? It's like you are not managing well your account receivable. If you have a poor collection, so there is a problem because you are not receiving your money from your client. So if you have a poor collection, this is another red flag. You always need to work on each of these examples I just highlighted here, and then in order to improve, your cash or your business for growth. What your number are telling you, sometimes it's not something is not going well. Why? You can sit down by yourself and ask you, are you pricing correctly? Yeah, maybe it might come from there. We never know. Here is my own example. I don't care. I used to compare my price with the other competitor. I want to make sure I'm pricing well, because why I'm not getting enough client, I'm going to share my price soon with you, and it doesn't matter. I'm trying to learn. You can do the same. And if you are not pricing correctly your service or your product, trying to learn that and improve your business. Now, another one is, are your expense too high? That's what I'm saying. Like you take a look at your P&L, profit and loss statement or income statement, but as always, the total expense are more than the total of the revenue. So you always have to make this decision. Okay, maybe just take a look at this P&L and try to cut down some of the expenses, because if you're trying to make this expense too high, there is a problem. So these are some of the questions you have to ask by yourself and make this decision in order to boost your business. Now, do you need to improve collection or cash management? I just shared this example. Yes. If you think that you are having poor collection, you need to, to review this part, and this is cash management. Now, are you ready for growth? Now, if you review all of these things, yes, you can be ready for growth. You can be ready for example, for funding. If you review all of these things, yes, I can go ahead and apply. And I know if I apply, because I have reviewed all of these things, I have correct everything in my business, and your application will be approved. So don't just waste your time and then just send the application. But this is the first thing you need to do in your business before you can apply, because you trying to make sure that if you apply, you will be accepted. Your application will be accepted. So now I can share my service and prices, if you don't mind, and how I can help you. You might have many questions. Maybe we will not have a time to answer them, but no worry. Again, at the end, you're going to have my information. Reach out to me anytime so I can respond to you. But basically, this is what I do provide when it comes to the bookkeeping. I do provide monthly services, again, to make your book accurate. And anytime you wake up, everything is updated. It's monthly services. And also I do provide a cleanup or catch up. It's the same thing. What does that mean? Some of the clients I have, when they come for the first time, they're always asking, hey, Irene, I have already done with my bookkeeping, but I know there's a mess. My book are a mess, or there is some mistake. They want me to fix first before we can continue with the monthly services. Yes, I can review that. So I will need to review and clean up and reconcile all the account, make sure and make the book back, to today's, and make sure everything is organized, clean up everything. And then I also do provide the online QuickBook online setup. Again, I'm using QuickBook Online, and this is my first platform. Let's say, and also provide the training. These two services are for people who want to do their own bookkeeping. Okay, let's say someone say, I want to do my own bookkeeping, but I just want you to set up my book. I can help you with that. Or I have an employee, or even though myself, I have no clue about a bookkeeping. I want you to teach me what the bookkeeping mean, Yeah, we can do that. Now let's just jump into the price in the detail, the service in the details with the price. Again, when it's come to the monthly, it's all my price is based on the volume of and the complexity of the book. Okay, I know if I'm talking about the complexity, don't worry. It's that I'm talking about the people who are, are very, very growing. So no, again, so we can start with the 200 and 300 a month. It's up to 100 transaction with the 2 accounts, 1 loan, something. I just need to custom and then tell you the right price. And now by the time you are growing with more transaction, more accounts, the fee also, will increase and until 600 and up. So this is a monthly base. And when it's come to the cleanup and fix, for example, what is included when it's come to the cleanup, I'm going to review and correct the past transaction, and then full reconciliation of all the accounts. Yes, is also another mandatory task. Okay, I will do that and fix any misclassification. What does that mean? Sorry. Maybe I can give you an example. Maybe you classify you pay the rent. The way you pay the rent, you classify is not the same account normally you're supposed to use if you buy a gas for your car. In the accounting, everything has a specific account. Expenses, all the expenses, you're not going to put all the expense into one account. Every transaction has its own account. So it's like you just need to analyze the situation, analyze the transaction, and then you pick the right account to use for the right categorization. So if in case you did not classify where some of the expense transaction is my responsibility. I will fix all these things, and I can also custom financial report, which include the 3 core of the financial statement. We have all the report, like I said earlier, at the beginning. So it depends on what you're looking for. Together, we can think about that in order to understand each part of your business. And the email support is every day. Even though we done with you today last month, and then you come back with the question, I can help you with that. There's no problem. It's like ongoing support. So this is and then the price is first is based on the monthly. Let's say, for example, I calculate your monthly is 300 a month, and then you are asking me to clean up 1 year. And I can clean up it's up to you. It depends. It's 6 months, 1 year, 3 months. Just let me know how much month you want me, or how much period you want me to clean up. But I'm trying to give this as an example. 1 year, which is 12 months times 300 a month, give 3,600. But again, trust me, I'm here to save you money. I'm not going to ask you to pay all the 3,600. I can give you up to 50% off when it's come to discounts. And then if you would like to move forward with the monthly service, so we can come back to 300 every month. And I also provide payroll services, like I said, and you does not have only QuickBook Online for the bookkeeping. They also have a QuickBook Payroll to run the payroll. Now, if you already have someone doing your payroll, now it's my job as a bookkeeper is to record this data into the book to make this book accurate. So I will record that. But in case you do not have anybody doing your payroll, you are asking me to do the payroll, the price also will be different. If you want me to run the payroll monthly, bi-weekly, or weekly, just let me know how many employees do you have. Again, when we talk about the payroll, we trying to refer to employee, not contractor. Okay. If someone has a question about that, always let me know. I'm open to answer to this. And when it's come to the account receivable, like I said earlier, cash management is a $12 per invoice and per month. And what is included, I will create your invoice and track the invoice with your customer. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to run the report, account receivable aging report, which is going to summarize to give you the summary of the unpaid invoice and client follow-up. I can help you with that. Because let me give you an example of how to manage this account, because this will tell you more about to make a decision. And let's say you have an invoice of 1,000 you send to the customer, and the customer did not pay the full of the 1,000, they only pay 800. Normally in the book, you should be able to track that. You should be able to apply and now let's say from this 1,000, the client only pay 800, right? So you should be able to apply the payment of the 800 into 1,000 invoice, which normally, and then if you go to the book and then you open the same invoice, it will relate all of these things. It's not going to show you again the balance of 1,000, but the balance of 200. Now, are you able to track all these things? If not, I can help you with. And that is the price as well. And the same thing goes with account payable. You have your vendor, you receive a bill, you have some bill, you do not pay in full all of your bill. I can help you. We can schedule also your bill. QuickBook, and you also has a platform called Bill Pay, QuickBook Bill Pay. We can schedule this payment. You just need to give me this permission, and then this will help you to avoid the late fee, the late fee and the interest. So if you will schedule, so it will help you to avoid this thing. So what is included? I'm going to create and track your vendor bill always at the end of the month, and generate the AP agent report, which means account payable agent report, which will tell you exactly the payment, how much you have paid so far from each bill, and how much you still have as a balance. And QuickBook Online setup, like I said earlier, is only one-time fee, $315. And what is included? Someone say, hey, I want to do my own bookkeeping, but can you please set up my QuickBook Online? Yes, I can set up your QuickBooks subscription. I just need to listen of your business to pick the right subscription for you, and customize also the chart of the account. What is the chart of the account? Is the list of all the accounts you are going to use during your business. And then I can customize this for you. I can also configure a company setting. What does that mean? I'm going to put all your business information into the QuickBook Online, because everything needs to be, because at the end of the month, if you run the report, everything will be seen like this statement belongs to this business name, like I just showed you earlier. P&L, cash flow, you have business name at the top, everything is set up. So I can also connect your bank and credit card account. This will save you a time, because I see people today keep using Excel, especially, which is not bad, but let me tell you, is going to, you are losing time, right now, trying to move into the cloud, like QuickBook Online, or if you are comfortable with it, it's a good platform, but if you can use any or the cloud, please do that, because if you connect your bank and credit card accounts, just go and sleep in. And by the time you're trying to make a transaction, so you will not going at the end of the month, you will not going to manually import this data, like import the bank statement into the QuickBook Online. But instead, every time you're trying to make a transaction, it will come automatically into the QuickBook, since it has been connected with the QuickBook Online. So I'm talking about the bank and credit card accounts. And then I can also customize your invoicing that you are going to use and send to your customer. And then we are going to I can keep following up with you anytime, come with your question. It's like ongoing support. And QuickBooks training, you might have an employee that needs training, like, and they have no clue about accounting or bookkeeping, because again, before you can start doing the bookkeeping, you can do it, but please don't do that without a training. Make sure you understand how to do the bookkeeping, because a debit, credit, when you need the credit, when you need the debit, double entry, reconciliation, some of the things, like, if you have no clue, yes, I can help you to train. I can help you with that. It's $80 an hour. So I can do live session like this, where I can share my screen. Or if you have office you want me to come in person and train you or your employee, yes, I can do that as well. We can just speak some of the topic for, let's say for example, this week we have to meet 2 times. We can say, okay, today we are going to talk about bank rule. Do you know how to use the bank rule in QuickBooks Online? It will save you time. So this is the topic for today, and we are going to work on that topic in etc. until we end the session. And then that's it. Now, question people, okay, I can also clarify why my price is different. You can do, if you hire a part-time bookkeeper, for example, please, I know you can search and see if I'm lying. Glassdoor, Sari.com, Payscale, or more platform, you can search for bookkeeper salary. As I believe you can pay up to $2,000 a month. But let's say I calculate your fee and then ask you to pay $300 or $350. I'm really cheap, right? Now the question you are going to ask yourself, why I'm too cheap? I'm not expensive, right? I'm not expensive. I'm sorry, I'm not expensive, right? Because if we cannot compare 2,000 and 350, for example, no, 350 is really good. But maybe you are going to ask yourself, am I going to receive the same service? Yes. The same service, same strategic insight in compliance, but I just give you a fraction of the, of the fee to pay. Now, maybe why the price is different. If you hire someone, you hire a part-time or someone, like then you try and pay them $2,000, you are controlling because the person will be your employee. It's like 9 to 5. You set up his schedule. So between 9 to 5, this person cannot do anything else. So you are going to control his time. So because the person is your employee. But in my case, if you want me to do your bookkeeping, you cannot control my time because I'm not going to be your employee. I can jump into your book anytime. For you, you know that your book you need to be accurate. It's like you can wake up and ask me, hey, Irene, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this. I'm not going to present you excuse, please, because this is my responsibility. And you have a right to ask any report anytime, because this is why you are paying me for. And I know when to jump into your call, for example, yesterday, I went bed by 4 a.m. and because I had to wake up by 8:30, and working on the client book. So I set up my own time. That's the only difference. But it's the same professional. It's a professional grade, financial clarity, ongoing support, and peace of mind. You have a peace of mind. You wake up, hey, Irene, I have to, so I'm looking for. I will provide. This is my job. All my client book are accurate. Let me tell you. Anytime we're done. Anytime they reach out to me, what they're looking for, I can send them. So that's the big benefit. And this is why my price is different and cheap. But again, remember, it's the same service, same strategy with the good job. Okay. Now I'm open to maybe we're not going to finish all the question again, but I'm going to share my contact information. This is if you were to book one-to-one and talk to me about your bookkeeping and see how I can support you. Again, for free consultation, I can do that. Just take a photo or screenshot, and so you don't forget anything. Email address, and text me. I'm also on WhatsApp. You can call me. If you call, then I don't answer the phone, leave me voicemail or text me, and it's a 24-hour. I'm here to support you, and I'm happy to have you join my event today, and I hope you have learned something. And again, feel free to ask any question you might have, and then, yeah, please let me know. Now it's time to question. Do you have any question for me? Hold on, let me see. Okay, I'm trying also to send you a link to my Pro Advisor profile, please. If you think you have learned something today from today's presentation, leave me your feedback and I really appreciate that. So that's the link I just put in the chat. And then let me see if I can. Yeah, let's go. Hold on a second. Yes, I think someone has asked me if the presentation will be available. Yes, I will try to make this effort to send you this presentation by email. Yes, I will do that. Let me see if I can.
I got a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Irene,
Yeah.
I'm wondering, when you're not making much money, how long do you continue your business? Is there a certain amount of time that it takes for a new business to get started, making income, like couple years or so? Is there some kind of average about that or what?
I think that's what I'm saying. So you always need to keep watching your business, keep watching your data in the business. So, and keep working on on growing your business. It's not just one time. Hold on one second. And also keep asking advice. Like I say, I just gave you on my own example. I don't know if the problem came from my pricing. You see what I'm saying? If it is a price, why? Let me also tell you this, okay? When customer or client come to you, they try to compare your price. They're not going to tell you that. That's why I'm trying to review this, okay? So what I used to do, I always used to compare my price with the competitor and make sure I'm still, pricing well. If not, I just need to learn about how to price my service. Don't just wait because it's not going well in my business. Please. I know it's a hard work. That's the part of the business. It's very hard. Why? I'm now making money. You know what I said? That's why I say another secret. Don't immediately start applying for the loan because it's going to, always put you down.
Right.
Don't have too much critical or loan. I know you need money. Everybody, you need money to boost your business, but you don't have a choice. So you have to work hard at the beginning to start making money. That's the tricky part.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Dr. Tate. So us will always reach out to me with any question. We can do free one-to-one, so we can always think together. It's not only you. Don't think it's only you. It's everybody.
Yeah.
It's everybody. Keep asking some questions yourself. Sit down. Like I just released a few questions to share you in the presentation. Ask yourself what is going on. You are doing right, but you just need to review some part in the business and
Yeah, kind of decrease the budget.
yeah,
Cut things out that I might not.
you are not
really
making money. Please don't immediately apply for credit card, especially loan. Please don't apply the loan at the beginning. But if you are growing, yeah, you can move for the loan because you always need money to boost into this marketing. You always need the marketing, and it's not a small fee. You are going to pay for the marketing into this business. All the money go to marketing, right? Yeah, that's something. So, but know that you use the money, you have to pay back the bank.
Yeah.
Use the money. Yeah.
Correct.
There's no excuse. You cannot go to the bank and say, I didn't make money. You cannot say that. Mhm. Okay, I just want to, yeah, okay, if you saw one, this is, I just want to leave the screen so you can, let me see. So again, don't think that we have it done for today, so it's done. If you still have a question, reach out to me anytime and see how I can support you. Understand, I'm feeling the same way as you. It's not only you. Don't think you are only the only person, no. Yeah, that's why the beginning is always difficult, but it's possible. Yes, you can, it's possible. Oh, I just want to leave the last, okay, yeah. Do you have any question? Is there any part of the presentation you do not understand where I know? Is it too much information? But again, I know who is here, and then I'm gonna share this presentation with you. If you can get um the video, at least you will get it presented, the slide presentation, the PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, I'm gonna make this effort for you. Yeah. Again, a big thank you so much. You're welcome. Mhm. Thank you, Dr. Tate. Thank you so much. I will see you. I will see you tomorrow. Mhm.